Pittsburgh are rolling down that eastern seaboard.
Hey y'all, I'm Rusty and I'm the cowboy trucker. My beautiful wife Sable, she's behind the camera. This is Xerxes, he's my gopher here. And today I would like to talk about you about your tires. And that's something you have to keep up with to keep your shoes in a good condition on your iron horse. If you're not rolling down the road, you're not making no money. And today prices on these tires could be as expensive as $1,000 a piece. But Zerky's down to tell us what he's found out. Hey Zerky, go show everybody what you found. Come on. Good boy. Yeah, there's a rock there. So he's found this rock right here. And a couple things I want to talk about. One of them was called rock drilling. Rock drilling is where this rocks get stuck into your tire and it won't fling out going down the road. Most of the time they will, but sometimes they will not. And they'll get pushed down into your belts. Now, when that happens, it's not the end of the world if you catch it in time before it starts breaking the belts. But if it don't break the belts, it'll go all the way through. And if the rock's big enough, it's going to be a non-repair. Then you have to replace the whole tire. But if you catch it early enough, all you have to do is take it to the tire shop. They'll plug and patch it for you, and you'll be just good as new. And a couple tools I want to talk about today that you can get and carry in your pocket. One of them is not very common unless you grew up on a horse farm like I did. This is a collapsible hoof pick. It is what you use to clean out around your hoof when you're out on the trail riding around with your horse or your mule. What you got to be careful with is the frog, and that's a kind of similar thing with these tires. When you're dragging your hook pick around, this thing will not damage your tire very easily. But if there's a pre-existing hole, like someone pulled a nail out, it will get snagged up. So you can drag it around. This will actually find some holes, like this one here, right there. You see how it's snagged? If you come across, it got stuck in that hole. So that's the only time you don't want to put a whole lot of pressure in it, because then that there, you might want to mark with chalk and get it inspected to see if it has to be plugged. But other than that, these are really easy to use. You get a whole bunch of rocks in here. It makes it really quick to get all the rocks out. You just drag it along through here, and anytime you hit a rock, it pulls it right on out, and you just keep on going until all the rocks are clear. That's why I love using a good hoof pick to clean out your treads. Now, one thing about inspecting your tires if you're hauling hazmat. This is one of the nasty reasons why DOT wants you to check your tires every time you stop. You should make that a good habit, whether you're hauling hazmat or not, and then you don't have to remember to do it when you are hauling hazardous materials. Another tool no one thinks about, United States quarter. Between the edge of the quarter and top of the head of George Washington here is 230 seconds, which is the legal limit on drives and trailer tires. And it's 430 seconds on steer tires. So you can use this on everything but your steers. Just put it down into your tread, and if you don't see the top of his head, you're good to go. And the last tool for tire inspections is a good multi-tool. If you don't have a hoof pick, you can use this to just pull them out one by one, but that will take time and it can get kind of tedious. And they have screwdrivers and all kinds of other tools like can openers, knives. They're really handy when you drive on a truck, because I do a lot of electrical work, a lot of wiring work. Anybody out here who has a Kenworth knows you have to work on that wiring harness from time to time. And the last thing I want to talk about your tires out here on the road is your inflations. I see too many people sitting on the side of the road with blown tires. A lot of times it's due to not maintaining your tire pressures. So you set this tire at 100 psi before you hit the road, and then within 30 minutes you'll be at 110 psi. So during the summertime it's as cool as 60, 70 degrees in the morning when you take off. By the time it hits noon, it's already 90, 100 degrees outside, and you gain about 2% psi for every 10 degrees. So that 30, 40 degree difference is enough to put you over the max pressure recommendations from the tire manufacturer. When that happens, you hit a big pothole, bump, or anything on the road, this will blow out. The casing will fail at high speeds underneath high pressures. So that's going to cost you $1,000 and a lot of time on the side of the road and being very dangerous. And if you're a hazmat driver, you could get a hazmat violation for that. Even though it's technically not your control, but technically it is, due to you not maintaining your tire pressures and doing proper pre-trips. Because all failure is actually on you as a driver. That's why it's very important to know about maintenance and wearable items. Catch those breakdowns before they cost you big money. And I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll be seeing y'all later.
ICC is a checking on down the line. Well, I'm a little overweight and my logbook's way behind, but nothing bothers me tonight.